All right, everyone. I'm going to give you a brief tour of the new profile that's going to be rolled out after September 30th. If you want to turn this on now, it's a little bit technical. You have to get into the developer backend, but for those who want to do it, just send me a private message and I'll get you the link so you can follow how to do that. Otherwise, just wait till after the 30th. This is going to replace your profile page, not your newsfeed. So your newsfeed is still going to look like this. And then when you click on your name, it's going to come back and look your new profile like this. This is a timeline style theme, and we'll go over just different parts of it. You get to put in your own what they call a cover or banner photo. You can pick that out of the photos you've already uploaded, or you can upload new ones. Your current profile picture will show up down here next to your name. The small bits of info they had on the top of your profile are showing in this box right here. If you wanted to see my friends, which I make viewable to people, this box shows up here. Also my photos, the link to my photos shows up next to it. Next to it, I've checked into 66 different places, so that would show the list of places I've checked into, and then the different likes that I've clicked on over the course of time I've been on Facebook. Right above it is a view activity page, which is really great. If you click on your view activity, you can see all the posts you made. So here's what my activity for today, starting up here, and you can see what you've done for the day on Facebook, and then it'll roll into the next day, and on and on and on. You can also go back into the months. You can change the year and get a good idea of what you've been up to on Facebook. We're going to click back. If you want to update your info on the page, you can just click this button next to it. The other interesting thing you can do is you can click down this down arrow, and if you hit this View As button, this will give you the ability to look at this as one of your friends might see this page, how it would appear. So then I could type, for instance, I type my wife in, and she comes up, and this is how she would see my profile page appearing to her. We're going to click the back arrow. And the next thing to understand is, again, this is a timeline. This is the new thing. They're creating this timeline of real-time activity of what you're up to and what you're doing. Your basic box where you post your status will be up in this area here, and you can do a status, photo, place. It talks about work, education, family relationships, living, health, wellness, all that stuff, milestones, experiences. Just type in what's on your mind is typical. You can add add your friends. You can add a place. You can change the city you're in. And here's your privacy settings where you set who is going to be able to see this post. So see, now even your groups, you can limit who gets to see your post down to groups, and then the other people wouldn't see it if they weren't in the group. One thing to understand is that this two-column format, so you got a column here and a column here, is really set up along this line down the middle. And you can see the little bump or arrow pointing to the timeline with a dot. And that's when these activities were posted in the timeline. Now, say you did something a few days ago that you wanted to add to your timeline of history on Facebook. When you roll your cursor over this line, you get a plus, and this gives you the ability to create a status, add a photo or a place. This would be great if you were logging what you were doing on a vacation or places you visited. You could go back later, retroactively update your profile with your vacation information. That way, instead of real time telling people you're on vacation, you could keep your privacy a little bit and then share the details of your vacation. And it's as simple as, and we'll make a test post. Here's test. You can then select the date that you were gone. So let's insert it. Today's the 23rd. Let's say I wanted to add something back that I did on the 15th, and I can either tag people, I can add a place, or I could change the city of where that occurred, and then again I could get in there and change who got to see it, and as soon as I hit post, it scrolls down to that day on the 15th and drops this into my timeline. The other thing, as this gets rolling, you may not like something that's appearing on your timeline from way back, and we'll get into that in a minute. The star lets you feature this on the timeline, or it lets you edit or remove. And so when I click here, if I don't want anyone to see it, I can hide from the timeline, or I can delete the post completely. If it's something that I want for myself and I don't want other people to see, I might just hide it from the timeline. For this point, I don't need the test, so we'll delete the post. So you want to go through your timeline, which is up on the side here, and this goes back, and for me this will go back to 2008. I was curious to try and figure out when I opened up my Facebook account, and if I go back into 2008, these are all the old posts way back from early days of Facebook and things that I did, and if I can get back far enough. So we'll click the 2008, takes me back here, things that we did. And we should be coming up on it. Here's when I moved over to Keller Williams, and here is the day I joined Facebook. It says February 3rd, 2008. And so that's where that sits on my timeline. I don't have my date of birth set, so my born date doesn't say any. Oh, well, it says July 9th, but it won't say the year. So you won't see this go way back much further. But I've got friends in here who have their birth year, and that's why the 1980s are showing up on here. So you want to go in there and get rid of your birth year, because that's for identity theft, it's probably a good idea not to have your birth year set. So this is the new timeline, and it's very exciting. And you can see I'm learning it too, all at the same time. And again, if you got questions, this is a great post to post your questions on and open up the discussion. Thanks.